सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धिर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। Page 103, first paragraph, last 4 lines. माया प्रतिबिंबित चिदाभासांशः जगदुत्पत्त्यादिकं करोति सर्वज्ञत्वादिगुणोऽपि तस्यैव भक्तानुग्रहादिकर्तृत्वम् ऐश्वर्यान्तरमपि तस्यैव चिदाभासांशस्य चैतन्यस्वरूपं तु एकरसं सर्वसमम् तस्मिन् सत्ता स्फूर्ति प्रदत्वमन्तराम् अन्यद् ऐश्वर्यादिकं न किञ्चिद् अपि उपपद्यते इति। We are seeing the topic of Chaturvidhya Prakriya. In this there are 4 topics. One is Jiva Swarupam, second one is Kutastha Swarupam, third one is Ishvara Swarupam, fourth one is Brahma Swarupam. Jiva Swarupa Varnanam, Kutastha Swarupa Varnanam, Ishvara Swarupa Varnanam, Brahma Swarupa Varnanam. Among these 4 topics, we completed 2 topics, Jiva Swarupam and Kutastha Swarupam, and we are in the last portion of Ishvara Swarupam. Who is this Ishvara? We are knowing that Ishvara is also a mixture of 3 components: reflected consciousness, reflecting medium, that is Maya, and original consciousness, OC. RC, RM and OC, Karana Prapancha, the medium, or we can call it as Maya at Ishvara level, total level, and Chidabhasa of Chaitanyam and Chit. 3 put together known as Ishvara. This Ishvara has got all-knowing power, all-pervading Ishvara, and Ishvara has got a blessing power. Ishvarasya Ishvaratvam is because of Sattva-guna Pradhanatvat. This Ishvara, who is having lot of Aishwaryadi, omniscience, omnipotent powers, whereas I, the Jiva, the individual, am, because of my medium, the mind is overpowered by Rajoguna and Tamoguna predominantly, I, the individual, am not having that omniscience and omnipotence and all pervasiveness. They are not there for me, the jiva. Even though here there are three components at jiva level and three components at Ishvara level, because of Sattva, Ishvara, because of Rajoguna, Tamoguna, I am jiva. This Sattva Amsha, Rajoguna, Tamoguna Amsha predominance makes me different from Ishvara. So therefore I am very limited. Therefore jiva, I the individual, am having samsara limitations. All these samsara limitations are problems. They are all solved by Ishvara. I the individual, when I seek the blessings of Ishvara, since Ishvara is having powers, he is having capacity to bless me to be free from this sorrow. Therefore, Jiva and Ishvara both are having, one is Swāmī, another is Dasa, the Jiva. So Ishvara is the one who is the problem solver. Ishvara is one who is the problem solver. When Mirabai was crying for Krishna Darshanam, she was undergoing lot of trivial situations and she surrendered to Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna gave darshanam to her, and Tyagaraja also. He don't want to see this pain, separation from the Lord Rama, and Rama gave darshanam to Tyagaraja. This darshanam of Ishvara, in which form you worship, in that form Ishvara appears. This darshanam we accept. It is not a projection. It is not any hallucination. It is not any imagination. This darshanam is possible. Bhagavan bless by giving darshanam to them, the devotees. In this context, we may get question. Vedantic student supposed to get the question. If you don't get, we will raise the question and answer. What is that question? When Ishvara is the problem solver, when Ishvara is ready to remove my samsara, my problems, why we have to struggle to understand this Brahman? Why we can question like that? Why we have to work so much to know this Brahman? Brahman is not having any powers. Brahman is not having any attributes. Brahman is not able to appear, give darshan. Brahman cannot solve any problem. Then why to study the scriptures to know Brahman? Why can't we make our life Ishvara Pradhana? Why we have to study this much of Shastra Vedanta? Why to give this Brahma Pradhanam? Sagunam Brahma, Nirgunam Brahma, all the time Brahma, Brahma, Brahma you are talking. Why can't we go behind Ishvara? Let us stop this Brahman topic. One who is not having, is neither Karta nor Bhokta, is not Karma Phala Data. Brahman is not having anything. Therefore, let us go for Ishvara only. Let us do more upasana, more meditation. Why can't we do that? Question will come. For that we answer in Vedanta, Advaitin, the one who is studying Shastra, Advaitin is a worshipper of Ishvara. He never deny Ishvara. Advaitin, the who studies Shastra thoroughly, sincerely, committed to Shastra, to know Brahman, that Advaitin seeker, while following Karma Yoga, he is a Ishvara Bhakta. While following Upasana Yoga, he is a Ishvara Bhakta. While studying Shastra, Shravana Manan Nididhyasanam also, he is a Ishvara Bhakta. Jnani Bhakta we call. Even after Jnanam also we call Jnani Bhakta. Krishna gives title to him Parabhakta. That Bhakta word Lord Krishna himself used. Therefore, every Bhakta need not be a Jnani, but every Jnani is a Bhakta. There is no Jnanam without Bhakti. Therefore, Advaitin use Ishvara worship, Ishvara Aradhana, continuation, never negate Ishvara at Vyavaharika level. As a problem solver, Ishvara we accept. There is no problem at all. Then, why to study this Brahman, about Brahman? Suppose if you ask, we say, Ishvara himself instructed. May you all Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti, that approach a Guru, Tadvidhi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya. This is the instruction of Ishvara. What Ishvara said, I have given the Shastram. That instruction you have to follow. Ishvara himself said, you worship me, but your total solution is possible only by knowing Brahman. Ishvara himself said. How to know that Brahman? Then Ishvara is instruction. That also Ishvara said. Do Shravanam Manana Nididhyasanam. May you, in Bhagavadgītā itself, Bhagavan Krishna said, Ajñānena vratam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. All the human beings, he called them as jantavaha, jantus. Because ajñānena avratam jnanam. Their knowledge is covered by ajñānam. Therefore, ihaiva tairjitas sargaha tesham samye sthitam manaha. So, Bhagavan himself instructs, may you all come to Nirgunam Brahma. This is Bhagavan's instruction. Nirdosham hi samam Brahma tasmad Brahmanite sthitaha. So, Nirgunam Brahma, to be known, this is the instruction of Ishvara. Therefore, by worship Ishvara, that is Advaitin worship Ishvara, Advaitin follow the Ishvara's instruction. What is the instruction? That instruction, Bhagavan said, I have given Shastra to you to know my Brahma Swarupam, my nature. Therefore, may you all, my dear Bhaktas, devotees, may you all study about Brahman. Where in my Shastra, where I have given instructions, in the Upaniṣads I have given, therefore may you all study. This is the Lord Krishna's approach. Therefore, Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. Upanishad is the Bhagavan's instruction. Upanishad is Bhagavan's instruction. If you are a real Bhakta, we have to follow his instruction also. Therefore, Advaitin is a true Bhakta. He worship Ishvara for karma yoga purpose, for refinement of the mind, and he worship Ishvara for concentration, meditate upon Ishvara, and at the same time he follow Bhagavan's instruction to study. What Upanishad, Bhagavan, that means Vedas, Upanishads have come from Ishvara only. Bhagavan only has given these Vedas. In Mundaka Upanishad, Khato Upanishad, in many Upanishads, Plavahete Adhruda Yajna Rupaha Ashtadashoktam Avaram Eshu Karma Etatsheyobhinandanti Mudhaha Jaramrutyum Punarevapi Yanti. Bhagavan has criticized. Continuing in this Saguna Ishvara only is not the correct way of living. One has to worship me and come to my instructions, teaching also. The Upanishads also. Ishvara himself said in Kenopanishad, Ishvara means Bhagavan himself said in Kenopanishad, Nedam yedidam upasate. Whatever you are meditating is not true nature, it is only Vyavaharikam. So Advaita alone worship Ishvara and meditate upon Ishvara. Advaita alone come to follow the Ishvara's instruction. Advaita alone transcend the Ishvara, and after studying scriptures also Advaita show his gratitude to Ishvara. That means while before studying also Advaita worship Ishvara. During study also Advaita means a student, Vedantic student, worship Ishvara. After attaining Jnanam also Advaita worship Ishvara. To show his gratitude. Hey Bhagavan, Ishvara, because of your grace only, I have come to know your real nature. My real nature, both are one and the same. Because of your instructions only, because of your Upanishadic Veda mantras only, Upanishadic mantras only, I am able to come. And because of your instruction that one has to go to Guru and study, that also instruction, because of your blessing, I have come to know. Therefore, I am thanking you. Thank you. Therefore, there is no any contradiction. Ishvara's instruction only, Advaitin follows. Even Gaudapada Acharya in 4th chapter, last verse, he does prayer and he writes after negating all systems of philosophies, and he establishes prapanchopashamam, everything. He writes Durdarshamati Gambhiram Ajam Samyam Visharadam Buddha Padamananatvam Namaskurmo Yathabalam. He does Namaskara at the end of Mandukya. Imagine what a teaching, Mandukya, highest teaching, and finally he comes and do Namaskara. And Bhashyakara writes, Shankaracharya writes there, Avyavaharyamapi Nirgunam Brahma, what we have understood, even though it is Avyavaharyam, you cannot interact. Vyavahara Gocharam Apadya. See the greatness of ācaryas. Many people think that after coming to Vedanta, why this worship and all, God photos and all they are removing. Not understanding Vedanta properly. All these people are greater than Gaudapada Acharya? No. Many people, maximum people, after coming to Vedanta, studying, when we falsify Ishvara, Ishvara is Vyavaharikam, Nirgunam Brahma means they stop worshipping God and doing meditation upon Saguna Ishvara, and they look down upon those people who are performing pujas and doing Saguna Brahma Upasana and all. They look down upon them. That is wrong. what Acharya writes in Bhashyam, Namaskurmaha Tasmai Padaya, to that Turiyam Brahma, who is Avyavaharyam api, cannot be interactable. I am reading the Mandukya Bhashyam, last sloka, Karika. Vyavahara Gocharam Apadya. We are giving the form to that Avyavaharyam Turiya Atma, Yatha Balam, Yatha Shaktihi, Aham Namaskaromi. I do salutations, prostrations to that Brahman who is none other than Ishvara. Ishvara alone blessed me to know this Brahman. Therefore, if you understand properly, there is no clash between Nirgunam Brahma, Jnanam and Saguna Brahma Upasana. That is why Jnanis also perform puja. Jnanis also does meditation on Ishvara. Thanksgiving. How many times I have to say to him Ishvara? Without Ishvara, how can I attain Jnanam? So that is why this is very important point. Many people lose the track here. Ishvara is not required. Why Ishvara? They say. But Shastra never accept. So we say everything is Maya. That Aishwaryam belongs to Maya. He says now in this portion, last Ishvara Swarupam, look into those 4 lines. Maya Pratibimbita Chidabhasamshaha. So the glories, the Mahima, Ishvarasya Ishvaratvam, Aishwaryam and Anugraha, Shakti, all these are not belong to OC part. They belong to only Maya Pratibimbita Chidabhasamshaha. Maya, that is RM and RC, both of them alone, Jagadutpatyadikam Karoti. They are alone the cause for the arrival of this Jagat, not OC. In the presence of OC, the glories are all belong to this Maya Shakti and Pratibimba Chaitanyam. Sarvagnyatvadi gunopi gunaha api, even all knowerhood, omniscient. Sarvagnyatvadi, Ishvara knows everything. That also, tasya eva, tasya means RC, it belongs to RC only, Chidabhasa Amsha only. That's why Lord Krishna said, tasya kartaram apimam vidhi akartaram avyayam. What Jagad Utpatti Sthiti, Pralaya, all these are made by me. So at the same time, I do all of them, but I don't do all of them. That is Bhagavan's presentation. Even Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashaha. There, that sloka only. Tasya kartaram apimam vidhi akartaram avyayam. I am the responsible person for that, and I am not responsible also. That is the meaning. Sarvagnyatvadi gunamapi tasyaiva bhakta anugrahadi kartrutvam. So blessing the devotees, bhakta anugraha means blessing the devotees, giving darshan and removing problems. That kartrutvam, doing all these things. Aishwaryantaram api, even all powers. Aishwaryantaram, all powers. Tasya eva chidabhasamshasya eva. They all belong to that Ishvara's RC and RM, Maya and Chidabhasa, not OC part. This is very important idea. You don't find anywhere. Ishvarasya Ishvaratvam, overlordship, does not belong to OC part of Ishvara, but they belong to RC and RM part. I hope you got it. Chaitanya Swarupantu, whereas OC part is Ekarasam Sarvasamam. It is homogeneous Ekarasam, always same, one alone. Sarvasamam, all the time it is same, no attributes, no change, no blessing, it is not having any attributes, neither bhokta nor karta or anything. Tasmin satta spurti pradatvam antara. Antara means other than giving satta spurti. To that Chidabhasa and RM, reflecting medium Maya, for that Maya and Chidabhasa, what Chit does Chaitanyam OC? Satta Spurti Pradata. That means giving, means blessing the Satta, existence, Spurti, the consciousness, sentiency. That is why once the Satta Spurti is given, that Maya become violently active. Violently active. That is why we say everything is Ishvara. The pillar is also Ishvara. Why we say pillar is intangible energy alone. It is violent in motion. Intangible energy in violent motion appears as pillar. Everything is energy, intangible energy appears in tangible motion, highly motion, moving. Moving means a lot of changes are happening because of Maya. That Shakti comes because of Brahman, Satta Spurti, Pradatvam Antara. Other than giving blessing, this Satta and Spurti, existence and consciousness, Aishwaryadikam, other powers, Aishwaryadikam, na kinchidapi upapadyate. They are not there in Chaitanyam. Upapadyate iti. This is the meaning. Bhoktaram Yajnatapasa. In 5th chapter also we saw that Bhagavan, all the time he says both, I did everything, I have not done anything. Masthani sarva bhutani nacha masthani. Same place he says totally opposite thing. That is the OC part is not, as OC I am not doing anything, as RC RM part of mine they are only doing. That is the idea. With this Ishvara Swarupam is over. Now we have to go to the 4th topic, that is Brahma Swarupa Varnanam. Now we'll enter into that topic. Topic 185. Brahma Swarupa Varnanam Mahakashavat Brahmandanam Antarbahishcha Vyapya Vartamanam Akhanda Paripurna Chaitanyam Brahmetyuchyate Bhashye Choktam Brahma Shabdasya hi Vyutpatyamanasya Nitya Shuddhattvadayorthaha Pratiyante Brihater Dhator Arthanugamam Arthanugamat Sarvasyatmatvat Brahmastitvam Siddhihi Iti Ratna Prabhayam Api Evam Vyakyatam Sacha Artho Mahatvarupa Iti Vyakaranān Nischiyate Brihivruddhau Iti Smaranāt Sacha Buddhir buddhihi niravadhikam mahattvamiti sankochaka abhavat श्रुतावन्तरम पदेन सह प्रयोगाच्च ज्ञायत इति अतो ब्रह्मणादि ब्रह्मेति व्युत्पत्त्या देशकालवस्तु कृत परिच्छेद अभावरूपं नित्यत्वं प्रतीयते इति च. Now who is Brahman? What is the nature of Brahman? So Brahma Swarupam, the nature of Brahman, that is the fourth topic in Chaturvidya Prakarana. Varnanam, description of the nature of Brahman. So very important for every Vedantic student. Brahma, 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 we are all talking. The two words are there. Brahma is Chaturmukha Brahma. Here Brahma is short word. Brahman, nakarantaha, napumsakalingaha, Brahman shabdaha. Therefore here Brahman means consciousness. Chaitanyam Brahma, Nirgunam Brahma. That Brahman description is given here. Here Nichaladasa is going to talk about three examples he introduced. Three examples. He introduced examples in the sense quotations, not examples exactly, quotations from different contexts he gives. What are those quotations? We will see now. Mahakashavat, first he gives the description. Brahman is like total space. Mahakashavat, like total space. Brahmandanam antarbahischa, the total cosmos. Brahmandanam means like a space which is all pervading. This Brahman also is all pervading inside and outside. Brahmanda, total cosmos. Brahmanda means total cosmos. Where is Brahman? Antaha, inside this cosmos, and Bahischa, outside the cosmos also. Vyapya, pervading. Vartamanaha, present. Vartamanam. What type of Brahman? Akhandam. Number one, indivisible. Brahman nature is indivisible. Who is indivisible is Brahman. Then Paripurnaha, who is full. Paripurnaha. Then Chaitanyam, who is consciousness. Brahma iti uchyate. The one who is indivisible, one who is full, and one who is consciousness is called Brahman iti uchyate. Where it is said, let us quote that now. Nichaladasa borrowing from Shankaracharya's Brahma Sutra Bhashyam. Bhashye cha uktam. In the Bhashyam it is uktam, said. Which Bhashyam? It is given in that brackets. Brahma Sutra Bhashya. Brahma Sutra Bhashya 111 number is there. First chapter, first pada, first mantra, first sutram. That is Adhato Brahma Jignasa, first sutra. There Acharya writes about Brahman in his Bhashyam commentary. So Brahma Shabdasya hi Vyutpatyadyamanasya. So Brahman Shabdam, the word is etymologically Vyutpadyamanasya. Vyutpadyamanasya, etymological meaning is given in that Bhashyam by Shankaracharya in this way. Nitya Shuddhatvadayoha Arthaha Pratiyante. So Brahman is eternally pure, Nitya Shuddha, eternally pure Brahman. And Adipadat Sarvagataha, Akhandaha, other features also Pratiyante. And not only that, Brihate dhatoho. Dhatu means the root, the verbal root. Brahma is derived from the verbal root called brih. That is why brihatehe dhatoho. Artha anugamat. Artha, the meaning is taken by Bhashyakara. Sarvasya atmatvacha. So brih dhatu is the derivative meaning come from there only, and Shuddha Brahman, the eternal, and not only that, Sarvasya Atmatvat, that Brahman is the self of all. The self of all, Brahma, is available Astitva Siddhihi. Brahma Astitva Siddhihi. As self of all, Brahman is available in everyone. Therefore, that Brahman, Brihadhatu, and eternal pure, and the self of all. This is the Bhashyakara Ācaryas commentary. This meaning is available about Brahman. Brahma Varnanan did by Adi Shankaracharya in his Bhashyam on Brahma Sutra. So we saw this Brahma Sutra in our classes. That time I gave that all the meanings also. Then next quotation. This is the first quotation over. That is why it is inverted commas. From Brahma Shabdasya onwards up to Brahmastitva Prasiddhihi. Brahma Astitva Prasiddhihi. It is very well known, popular, because it is self of all. So with this quotation is over. Then second quotation from another commentary. Ratna Prabhayam api evam vyakhyatam. Even Ratna Prabha also it is written, commented. What is Ratna Prabha? Ratna Prabha is a commentary written on Shankara Bhashyam of Brahma Sutra. So Acharya, Shankaracharya wrote Sutra Bhashyam, commentary on Brahma Sutras. On that commentary of Shankaracharya, another commentary, sub-commentary called, written by Govindananda Saraswati. His book name is called Ratna Prabha. Ratna Prabha means Bhashya Ratna Prabha. Full name is Bhashya Ratna Prabha. Bhashya means Shankaracharya Bhashyam on Brahma Sutra. Ratna means he considered that Bhashyam as this Govindananda Saraswati, who is the sub-commentator of Shankaracharya Brahma Sutra Bhashyam. Govindananda Saraswati considered that Bhashyam, Brahma Sutra Bhashyam of Shankaracharya as a jewel, Ratna. That is why he titled Bhashya Ratna. Then my commentary, sub-commentary upon that is like a Prabha. I show light on that jewel. That means I want to elaborate more and more and dwell upon that. And that Bhashyam of Acharya, whose Bhashyam is like Ratnam. That is why his book name is called Bhashya Ratna Prabha. Therefore, the book is name itself they use, Ratna Prabha, Ratna Prabha. But his writer, that book writer is sub-commentator name is Govindananda Saraswati. Swami Govindananda Saraswati. What he wrote there in sub-commentary, that Ratna Prabha also like a big book, a very big book, because Brahma Sutra itself is very big commentary. Therefore, what he writes, Sa cha arthaha mahatva rupaha iti. Brahma means mahatvam, big. Mahatvam, big. Vyakarana nischiyate. Vyakaranat nischiyate. How? Through grammar, through Vyakaranam, Sanskṛt grammar, it is established as Brahman is big, Mahatvam, great, big. And what is that Vyakaranam here? Brihi Vruddhau. Brih Dhatu means Vruddhau. Vruddhau means not old here. Vruddhi means to be big. Brihi Vruddhau. is the in Dhatu Kosha, if you see Paninian grammar, Brihi Vruddhau is the sutra comes. So eternally pure, eternally all-pervading, eternally indivisible Brahman, Vruddhau iti Smaranat. Smaranat means from Paninian grammar, Vyakaranam book, we can remember this, we can recollect. Brihi Vruddhau, from Brih Dhatu, Brahma has come. Sacha, that Brahman, Vruddhi, what type of Vruddhi it is? Vruddhi, Vruddhihi Niravadhika Mahattvamiti. It is Niravadhika Mahattvam. Means it is absolutely infinite bigness. That is called Niravadhika Mahatma, means infinitely big. What do you mean by infinitely big? What it means na? Because Sankochaka Abhavat. Sankochaka Abhavat means here there is no Upapada, there is no second thing. Bigness can be relative also. This ant is very big, means what? Compared to another ant, this ant is big. This elephant is big. With compared to other elephants, that elephant is big. This mountain is big. Everest mountain is big. With compared to other mountains, this mountain is big. Like that. Which Dayānanda Swamiji says, this virus is big. Suppose COVID virus, they put picture, no, COVID virus. They are putting a round ball like, and all like what you can call nails like they are putting, as though virus is so big. What? COVID virus is so big, like a big ball they are putting pictures. Can you see that virus with your eyes? If everyone can see it, they can destroy it, but you cannot see with your eyes. Virus is big means what? You have to see one with a microscope. That also possible or not, doubtful. Okay, that's why that relative, that bigness is called a relative bigness, not absolute. Apekshikam, that is apekshika bigness, not total bigness. Okay, that is the idea here. Niravadhika Mahatvam. Sankocha Upapada means there is no second thing to say Brahman is how much big and bigger than that, you cannot say. There is no second thing. There is no Upapada. There is no proximate word which will make this Brahman as a relatively big. We cannot take that padam. There is no Upapadam. Sankocha means limiting noun, limiting word is not there. Oh, this Brahman is very big than that, you cannot say. That's why it is infinitely big. Abhavat, because of the absence of that Upapada, proximate noun. Another proximate noun. Elephant is big and another elephant is there. Ant is big means another ant is there. Mountain is big means another mountain is there. And Brahman is big means there is another Brahman? No. That is why Shrutau Anantapadena Saha, along with Saha means along with Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. So Brahman definition in Taittiriya Upanishad, it is given. What? Satyam Jnanam. Satya means existence, Jnanam means consciousness. What type of Satyam, what type of Jnanam? Anantam word is used. Ananta Padena Saha. We saw this in Taittiriya Upanishad. Saha Prayogacha Nyāyate. We know that Ananta, that is why Lord reclining on Ananta Sesha. That is the idea. Ataha Brahmanat Brahmeti Vyutpatya. Vyutpatti means here derivation. Through that derivation, Brahmanat, because it is very big, because of the bigness of that Brahman nature, That is, Yas Sakshat Aparokṣāt Brahma, Ya Atma Sarvantaraha, all pervasive. In Kahola Brahmana Visa, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Brahma iti Vyutpatya. Third chapter, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Kahola Brahmanam, and another place also it comes as Ya Atma Sarvantaraha, all pervasive, Aparokṣāt Brahma. What type of Brahman? That big Brahman. The bigness of that Brahman is Desha Kala Vastu Krita Paricheda Abhava Rupam Nityatvam Pratiyate. These are all quotations only written by Govindananda Saraswati in Ratna Prabha. So Desha Kala. So that Brahman is not limited by space, not limited by time, not limited by any other vastu, any other object, because there is no any other object, second object at all. That is why Brahman word itself, secondless, Advayam. Advayam we say means what? Advayam Brahma means secondless. That means Advayam Brahma is pure because there is no second thing to impure Brahman. Therefore, Brahman is Nityatvam Pratiyate, eternal, eternally pure, eternally indivisible, eternally secondless. That Brahman, Paricheda Abhava Rupam, not limited by Desha Kala Vastu, no object is there. No object is there, Swamini, so many objects are there. All these objects are not there. Another quotation he gives, that also we will see. Nityatvam Pratiyate. So Brahman is eternal. Iti. Cha means not only Brahma Sutra Bhashyam, on that commentary of that Ratna Prabhakara, they say. Ratna Prabhakara means Govindananda Saraswati. Also, more elaborately, derivation he has given. Not only that, further he says, I will read, Tatha Suta Samhita Vyakhyanopi Uktam Brahma Satyam Jnana Sukhadvayam Brihadhatvarthasya Anugamat Tatha hi Briha Brihi Vruthau iti Dhatur Vruddhimachaste Sacha Vruddhihi Pratiyogi Visheshanupadanat Niratishayaiva Vivakshita Sati cha Vastvantare Tena Parichedat. Vruddhir Niratishayatvam Bhajjeta. Up to here we will see. Tatha, moreover, not only Brahma Sutra Bhashyam, not only Ratna Prabha commentary, further one more quotation also I will give you, that is Suta Samhita Vyakhyana Api Bhuktam. In Suta Samhita is a text of Skanda Purana. In Skanda Purana, Suta Samhita comes. That Suta Samhita, the Vyakhyanam, commentary is written by Vidyaranya Swami. Vidyaranya wrote commentary on Suta Samhita. In that Suta Samhita, Shiva is glorified in the first part of Suta Samhita. About Shiva Puja, Shiva Aradhana, how to do, and glories of Shiva. All the Shiva's description comes. First part of Suta Samhita. Then second part of Suta Samhita, Brahma Gita will come. Brahma Gita. And next part is Suta Gita. Suta Gita. Brahma Gita, Suta Gita. That Brahma Gita, in that Brahma Gita, Yajna Brahmagi is there. That means there is one chapter Vaibhava Khanda, Yajna Vaibhava Khanda chapter in Sutta Samhita. Yajna Vaibhava Khanda, that is the 12th chapter, 3rd section, 31st verse. It comes, Nischala quoting that. What this Brahma Gita, it is just like Anubhuti Prakashika. Brahma Gita is a very nice text, very big, and it talks in Brahma Gita, Upanishads, upon Upanishad the commentary comes. And Upanishad, each Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad commentary in verse form. Kena Upanishad up to Brihadaranyaka, Shvetashvatara, so many Upanishads, quotations written in quotations, mantras, elaborately explained in the form of verses in Brahma Gita. That means Upanishads alone, their sara, their essence is written in the form of verses in Brahma Gita. In that Brahma Gita, which comes in Sutta Samhita, which comes in Skanda Purana, that quotation, my God, you see how much they might have read all these books. Otherwise, how can he quote all these things? That's why they say Shankaracharya also read the Sutta Samhita elaborately more and many times before writing this Brahma Sutra Bhashyam. All this Prasthanatraya Bhashyam, before writing, Acharya read many times this. They say that shows how he has quoting that Sutta Samhita many places. And what is that Sutta Samhita Vyakhyanam? What it says? Yajna Vaibhava Khanda Brahma Gita. That quotation is like this: Brahma Satyam Jnana Sukhadvayam. This is Brahmanandavalli, Taittiriya Upanishad. It is written there. So this Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Visa, this comes in Brahma Gita quotation also. Brahman is Satyam, pure existence; Jnanam, pure consciousness; Sukham, Ananda Swarupam; Advayam, secondless, non-dual. This Brahman is Brihat Dhatvartha. Brihat Dhatvartha. So all Acharyas take this Brihat Dhatu. Brihat is the Dhatu, Brih Dhatu. Dhatu Arthasya Anugamat. It is followed by the root derivation. That is why these are all for Sanskrit students. Those are interested to know Brahma, Brahma, Brahma. They say how Brahman, how it has come, why that word has come, what it is, what it means. We have to know. So Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma only we know. But how Brahma word has come, that is derived from the root Brih Dhatu, the root Tathahi Brih, Brih, Briha, Brihi, Vruddhau. Briha you can say, or Brihi. Brihi Vruddhau. Vruddhau means what? Vruddha means a real meaning of Vruddhi is growth. And another meaning in religious disciplines, they call it as Vruddhi means Ashaucham. Ashaucham means when delivery, when baby born in the house, they say Vruddhi is there. In our house there is Vruddhi. Vruddhi means what? Here we have got, we have expanded our family, one more child has come in our house. That's why they call that Vruddhi. That is the meaning in from religious discipline angles. But here Vruddhi means here to be big. Iti dhatur vruddhi majaste. This dhatu we take vruddhi means that which is big. Sacha vruddhihi. Vruddhi means that which grows, which is all pervasive. That which is all pervasive. That is the meaning. Brihi vruddhau vruddhihi pratiyogi visheshanu anupadanat. Pratiyogi visheshanupada means here without any upapada. Pratyogi Vishesha Anupadanam means not Upadanam. There is no second noun to. That is why Brahman is absolutely big, infinitely big, not like any other relative bigness. They are all apekshikam. They are not atyantikam, but they are all apekshikam. This Brahman is absolutely big, absolutely big. That is the meaning of what Vidyaranya wrote these shlokas on Brahma-gītā, that Vyakhyanam name is called Tatparya Deepika Vyakhyanam of Brahma-gītā of Sutta Samhita. Tatparya Deepika Vyakhyanam. So many books are there, even names we do not know. So many books are there. Where is the question of study? Ananta Shastram Bahu Veditavyam. That means he says Prati Yogi Vishesha Anupadanat means Upapada Sattve Apekshika Sattvam. It will be relative bigness. Upapada Sattve. If there is another noun, another padam is there, another object is there, this Brahman will become a relative bigness. It compared to that relative bigness. But Upapada Abhave Anupadanat means Abhave. Upapada Abhave Atyantika Mahatvam. That is the meaning. Upapada Anupadanat Niratishayatvena Niratishayiva Vivakshita. Niratishayiva means Atyantikam. Not apekshikam but Atyantikam. Brahman is Atyantikam, bigness, infinitely big. Vivakshita, that is the meaning. Sati cha vastvantare tena parichedat. Sir, vastvantare sati. If there is any second vastu, vastvantare means if there is any second thing, second entity, tena, by that second object, parichedat. Paricheda means limitation is possible if there is any second entity. Vriddhehe niratishayatvam bhajyeta. This bigness of Brahman would have been reduced. Reduced means it would have not have, it means it cannot have that infinite bigness. When if there is another object which limits is there, that time this Brahman will have that relative bigness. But it is not there. Tadhacha vastu antara krita paricheda rahitameva brahma shabda vachyam bhavitum arhati. That I will read now. Tena parichedat. Tena means if there is a second entity, second noun, second upapada, proximate noun is there, then Brahman would have become relatively big. But such an it is not there. Tatha cha vastvam tarakrita paricheda rahitameva brahma shabda vachyam bhavitum arhati dvaita prapanchasya tat swarupe adhyastata eva pratitir vastutah tat swarupanatiriktvatvat. Therefore, why Brahman is not relatively big? Brahman is absolutely big, infinitely big, because there is no second entity. Vastvantara krita paricheda rahitam. Rahita means absence of. Absence of what? Limiting noun. Vastvantaram is not there. That is the meaning of, that is why Brahman is called Brahman. Otherwise, Brahman word is itself is not possible for Brahman if there is second entity. Okay, more in the next class. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।